the wood yard today. We're going to do a delivery. We're going to do a big steamy dump, and then we're going to go pick up a bunch of wood. Here we go. So yesterday I loaded up the trailer with a 1/3 of a cord, a face cord, a Ricka row of mixed hardwood. We're going to go deliver that, and then we're going to go up to Green Bay. We're going up to LoggerJason. He's got a bunch of white oak for me. So we're going to deliver this, go pick up the other trailer, and then we're going to go up to Green Bay and pick up some wood. So here we go. I'm back from my delivery, and I just hooked up the bigger trailer because we're going to go get a load of wood from Jason. I just got a hold of him and he said it's all good to go. He's got wood for me. He says there's probably for sure 2 loads, maybe 4 loads. Just depends on how much stuff he finds, because it's a job he's been working on for a while and there's a bunch of oak. He said some of it I might not want. He said there might be a bunch of it that's dirty, ground in the mud, caked on kind of stuff. So he said, let's look at it. If I don't want it, I don't want it. So that's what's going to happen. So we're going to head down the road and go get some wood. So I'm here on the job with Jason. I just pulled in, and the job you're doing is for a lady that likes trees a little bit.
Yes.
She's afraid you're going to harm one of them.
Yes, or 2 of them.
But there's lots of dead ones.
Yep.
So it's got to be done. So this pile of oak right here, you said has been sitting here for how long?
We couldn't get in here last summer because it was too wet. We started cutting it the summer before that. This is all 2019 storm damage, actually, is what this is.
So is it red oak and white oak, or what is it?
Red oak, white oak, some ash, some basswood. I'm now coming through pulling the basswood out. That'll go through the chipper.
Yeah.
But, I mean, some big trees.
And what do you got here? This looks like...
Primarily ash on here, a little bit of oak in here.
Yeah. And I suppose they want it all to look perfect, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
So now how do you get that thing here? You just pull it down the road?
Yep, hook it behind the semi, throw a set of magnetic lights on it, and down the road she goes.
Yeah, you got all this to chip, so this is your staging area where you're bringing everything?
Yeah, this is the 3rd load of chips that went out of here already.
Oh, nice.
We're just, and it's all the old stuff. We had this hole that's here piled as high as I could reach, all the way back, and now I'm just kind of gathering up the parts and pieces that I can.
So you're basically taking down all the dead ash. That's what she wants gone.
Dead ash, all the storm damage, and that's where a lot of this oak is coming from. It's all the storm damage. But
so it's
now
back this way.
Yeah, it's back this way a little ways.
So you got some, looks like bolts right there. Or?
Saw logs.
Saw logs. Those are good ones, huh?
Yep.
Is there a lot of good stuff in here, or not so much?
Not really.
So this is an old woods that's not really been maintained, I'm guessing?
Correct. It's been, it's been neglected, to say the least.
And how many acres is it?
About 24, 25.
Oh. So you're taking out junk trees too, like box elders here,
Nope.
or just leaving those?
Nope, we're leaving those. Pretty much anything that's dead or on the ground,
They want gone, huh?
they want gone, yep.
So basically you're just taking junk out.
Yes, yeah, that's exactly it. It's primarily junk.
So you got some good stuff here, but can't touch any of that, huh?
Yeah. Like that ash tree there will go.
So were these roads in here, or did you make the roads?
This road was in here. Yeah, we just got done cutting down in there. That was all ash.
And with the cottonwood left too?
Yep.
That's good, because you really don't want that.
No, but the only thing that's good for is going through the chipper.
Yeah. So they live right up in here, I'm guessing?
Yep.
Yeah.
Right up.
What about this big oak here? You gotta take that one down?
That one's staying. That's I deem that one a wildlife tree.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks like a good raccoon, owl / bird tree.
Yep, and there's some mushroom that grows on it that people like.
Oh, okay.
So she was okay with leaving that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, this area in here was one of the hardest hit areas.
Storm damage wise?
With all the big oak trees like that.
Yeah, you got some monsters in here.
Yeah.
They're nice and beautiful. It's a shame that they got blown down, but there's a lot of good
Right.
lumber there too. But if I owned it, I guess I'd say the same thing. I like my trees.
Yep.
That's what a lot of people don't realize. Just because we do firewood and logging and cut trees, and they think we hate trees. I like trees.
I like trees.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with trees, but
No.
you got They all got to grow and they got to breathe, and
Yeah.
so it's
Yeah,
it's a matter of-
managed forest is a good thing.
Correct.
What about these dead ones up in here?
Yep. That's all going to
Dead
have to
ones
come
in
down.
there. What's that big one there? Is that oak?
That's a big oak. We think that one and
This here's big ash tree
that
here.
big ash tree there.
Yeah.
That
Cherry.
oak there and that oak there, we're thinking might have. They did a bunch of landscaping, so it's either
Cut the roots.
cut the roots or it got oak wilt in it, and the two of them together died.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
they're
you
gonna.
can see over here to the left how thick there was. Oh, there's a bitternut right there. Nice bitternut.
Yeah,
right
there's a
there.
ton of bitternut in here.
Yeah, that's a nice one there.
Yep.
But yeah, you can see you don't do anything. You just
And that's all actually is all buckthorn. So that's a big invasive pocket
right.
that we're actually working with the DNR.
There's a deer rub right there.
Yeah.
I suppose there's big deer in here.
Yes, there is.
Nobody hunts them because it's in town basically. This is one that went down. I'm guessing. Looks like.
Yeah, that one was an old one that went down before we got here.
Yeah.
But
Big chunk of wood right there. Yeah.
yeah, there was a pretty heavy pocket in here. I still got, like, that stump I got to cut off yet. There's a couple more stumps in here I got to cut off.
Look at the size of this white oak. Holy smokes. That's a good one.
Yep. Yeah, make a thud when it hits the ground.
Yeah, that'll make a boom. Yeah, just a lot of little things here and there to clean up, you can see.
Yep. Yeah, like that ash,
one, yeah.
that big oak tree there will come down.
That's a
The one
red
behind
oak,
it will come down.
Yep.
There's 3-4 more up the hill. It's hard to see now that everything's greened up, but but once all the
So you were in here last year already.
I was in here this spring, and then it got really, really wet really, really fast, and it never dried out.
Yeah.
We were supposed to be back in here within a couple weeks of being done down by on the railroad job, and it just didn't work out.
Here's something a lot of people don't realize. Right now we're in the middle of the woods and there's like no sunlight, just dappled sunlight coming through.
Yep.
So nothing little is growing here at all. It's just the dominance of the big trees, and all these little ones, people don't realize, like you're talking that some people, when you go in and do a job, it looks a little messy, but you take some of these big ones out and all this little stuff just takes off. And it's,
Yep. Yeah, we'll walk up here and you can see just in 6 months the difference of what these two areas look like.
Right. Yeah, because it's basically just dead ground underneath these big trees.
Right. And the seed is all there. The seed is all
Yeah,
there.
you got little bitty shoots coming up all over here.
Yep. That was a hole we were starting to work on earlier this spring. And again, it just got too wet. A lot of what's laying here will be nothing more than chipperwood when I get done.
Yeah, a lot of it looks like it's a little punky.
Yep. This area right in here we cut in March.
It's all growing up already.
It's all starting to green up and not getting much of anything in here quite yet, but next couple of years it'll start opening up. But that's the difference when you start managing it and opening it up versus
Right.
just leaving it
dark. Yeah.
leaving it dark.
Yeah, well, nature's way of cleaning the woods out is 3 things.
Fire,
High wind,
wind,
and flooding where it kills the
Yep,
trees off.
and-
That's about it.
right?
And if you don't do it, nature eventually will.
Yes. Yep.
So yeah, a good thing actually is to take out some of the mature trees and take out the dead ones and clean out stuff so the little ones can take off. Must be the interstate I can hear right over there.
Yeah. Yep, that's the highway.
Yeah, we're pretty close. Beautiful piece of land.
Oh yeah.
I can see why and then we're so close to town here that it's got to be worth a few dollars.
Yeah, I would imagine, yes. There's one of the stumps from this spring. That was a tree that was
It's like a red oak, huh?
that was wind damage.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Those really, really big ones, they're just giant
They
sails.
Yep, they got a great big canopy.
Yeah, and they can catch the wind. That's usually what takes them down. Especially if they get a little bit of rot from ants and stuff on the inside, they get weak. And
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, there's a whole SWAT on the edge of this hill
this
that we
is a
have.
substantial red oak.
Yes, that'll make a thud when it
I
hits
was
the
going to
ground.
say, this is, what do you think a tree like this, an average person wouldn't know this, but you've got no limbs for how long, and there's not a lot of, what's it called, sway?
Sweep?
Sweep, that's it, sweep. Not a lot of sweep to it. And so you got, what is that, about 40 foot up before you get the big where it crotches? So what is something like this worth just by itself? You're
Not
gonna
much.
Really? You don't think so?
I would put money on that. It's either got a black seam in it, or it's got several black seams in it, or it's hollow.
Really? You think so?
And I would struggle right now to find a mill that would buy that size log.
Really?
Yep.
Not even for lumber?
For lumber, because nobody's got a mill big enough to saw it anymore around here.
Huh. See, I would think this would be worth a whole bunch for...
Nope, the optimal, well, that's a white pine, but
Yeah, you got some dead ones up there to take out yet.
I mean, like that maple that's there,
Right here, yeah.
that's the optimum size for the sawmills now.
Was that about 20 inches maybe?
20, 22, 24 inch off the stump. That's the optimum size for the sawmills.
Yeah, that's a nice tree.
Yep.
This red oak here is nice. There's a lot of nice trees in here.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's a bunch of red oak back here that got to get taken down. Anything that where more than 50% of the top is busted out of, we're going to be cutting out of here.
Right.
If it's something that comes up on a real goofy angle, we're going to cut it out.
The white pine must have got skinned when that red oak went down, huh?
Yep, and I see that oak behind it got...
Dead, yep.
That one's definitely oak wilt.
Yeah.
So that one will have to come down.
Does she know this is an ongoing progress with oak wilt, that it'll continue, that it's not just going to stop?
Yes, yes.
Because every year you get a few more and a few
more.
It
Yep.
just keeps
She wants me to actually come back in and trench.
Oh, really? Around it?
Yep.
Holy smokes. You got a machine for doing that, or are you just going to...
I'll rent one.
Oh, I was going to say you could probably put a head on that you could just trench with.
Yeah, either that or I'll buy a frost tooth for my backhoe and come in here. And the problem is when I do that, then she's going to want me to build roads and stumps, and I'll never get out of here.
Yeah. Well, hey, if she keeps paying, that's okay.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
So this right here, you can see how this is real. These shoots have been chewed off.
The deer, yeah.
That's all deer damage.
Right.
That's the deer have chewed those off as fast as they grow up.
So what was this, an ash?
This was an ash, yep.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that too. You get these big, huge, mature trees where it's like this, where it's just dark and there's no undergrowth at all. There's no food there for anything other than a few songbirds.
Right.
You really don't. Rabbits don't live there. Squirrels don't live there.
Nope, they'll
Deer
travel through it.
Yeah, you need variation in the terrain as far as the trees. Having breaks every once in a while is actually a very good thing.
Yes. Beech?
So here's something I don't see a lot of around by us anyway. Big beech tree. And I hear they've got some disease now that's killing them too. Something with the bark, is that right?
Yep. Yeah, it actually looks like it gets fuzzy. It's a gray fuzzy, light, almost
fungus.
Like, yeah, it's a fungus. It's almost as this color, but it's actually the whole tree will be fuzzy with it.
So though a lot of people think this is really good wood, and it is good firewood. Is it good for anything else? I mean, can you use it for...
Typically...
Because I see it's got a crack.
I mean,
I see a lot of beech trees with cracks.
We've sold some of it for veneer over the years.
Oh, yeah?
But that was that 12 to 14 inch diameter.
Yeah, it's always pretty limby too, even in the woods I've noticed.
Yep.
There's a nice big red oak here. That's a dandy. That's a dandy.
Yeah.
And another one.
Every one of them that's in here is a dandy.
Yeah. See, to me, that's beautiful wood. It just looks like, holy smokes. I mean, because what's the closest branch? I can't even see.
No.
I would say it's a good 40 feet up to it.
Right, 30, 40 feet. The ones we've been cutting up, we've been taking 3 16-footers out of.
Nice.
But the quality just isn't there.
Yeah? Huh.
The quality just isn't quite
because
there.
Because they're rot or cracks or just all the above?
All of the above.
Yeah. So you got some hard maple in here, soft maple, you got a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I can't wait for the leaves to fall and drop off of here so that I can see the canopy, I can see my dead trees.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is another big.
In here, man. There's some nice stuff here. Another one over here. So like this size beech here is better for you then?
Yeah, that's
12
almost.
incher.
Yeah, that's almost a perfect core grade veneer.
Huh.
I don't think we can get through here.
I'd say this tree's been dead for a while because this is where it was, right?
Yes, yes.
That's been hung up there on that white pine for a very long time.
No, actually it was right here.
Oh yeah, it twisted over.
It was right here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been there for a while.
Yeah.
Looks like a red oak possibly.
I don't know. We're gonna find out when it goes through the chipper though. A little bit of hickory there.
Right here is like a fire guy's dream right here.
Yep.
It's cracked all the way from here, all the way up to the top. You cut this, you can burn it right now.
Yep.
That's a beauty.
Probably elm.
It looks like an elm, yeah. Oh no, I think that might be a white oak.
I was just saying.
Looks like the bark, it looks like a white oak. It's still,
Yeah.
it's a beauty. And there's a couple more right next
White
to
oak
it.
or ironwood.
Yeah, that's nice.
There's a bunch of ironwood here. Those could very well be ironwood.
Yeah, the bark looks like white oak to me.
I'll save them for you, don't worry. You come back up and get them.
Better not tell anybody where I am. You're gonna have 100 guys here taking wood.
There's some hickory.
There's
you can
the
have
hickory.
that too.
Yeah, that's a nice one there. Snapped off, looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see there's. You got work here. If she wants to clean woods, you could be here for years. It's just
Yeah, it won't be that long. It goes pretty fast once I get
going. Yeah.
once I get my bearings and get acclimated to what I'm doing. We'll move pretty fast.
Yeah, like I said, next week I'm pretty open. I've got a couple days where I got some stuff, but I can come and maybe film you doing some ripping and tearing someday. So
Okay.
I'm sure everybody likes to see that because most people like to see big equipment work.
Yeah.
Especially for someone that knows what they're doing. It's just not me.
Next week we'll play with the cable skidder. You haven't seen that one yet.
No, that'd be cool. Oh, geez, look at all this little stuff here.
They had logged a chunk of this
I see that.
20-ish years
So I was
ago.
going to say, this looks 15, 20 years ago, it looks like.
Yep.
Yep, because there's a lot of small stuff in here. Look at how it's growing up. Of course, it's all popple or
Yep.
aspen. First generation, usually the first thing that grows is the aspen and poplar.
Correct.
And then your oldest wood generally tends to be your oak and hickory, right?
Oak, hickory, and white pine.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a great deer habitat because you got breaks in it, and obviously it's close to town, so not a lot of people probably are in here hunting.
No, there's nobody in here hunting actually.
Oh, I bet she wouldn't want anybody in here. That's my guess. All right, here's a nice deer rub. So there's a dandy here somewhere because the spike did not do that.
No, he's a dandy.
Oh,
is
you've
right.
seen him?
I've seen him a couple different times.
There's another one right here.
Yep. Yeah, there's
think-
a whole line that
I
runs
could
back
sit in
this
that
way.
tree right there tonight.
Yep. We'll just come back about 5 o'clock and ride around in the forwarder.
No, I don't.
They just walk up to you.
I don't want to end up in jail because I shot someone's deer. Only if people want them gone. Yeah, these trails you got all through here are really nice because if you want to enjoy your land, you could walk around and cross-country ski and ride a bike. There's all kinds of trails you got established through here now with what you're doing. And the woods are nice and everything if you don't have roads, but how many people go into the woods without roads?
Yeah, not too many.
Not too many. They tend to get afraid once they can't see the road.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a little bit of stuff right out by the highway. That's going to be fun to cut.
That ash, yeah.
Hopefully it'll go the right way.
Yeah.
And it doesn't end up on the highway.
Yeah, that would be bad. Here's this is elm right here.
Yep, that's a dead elm.
You might be right, because this looks a lot, that other one might be elm too. But yeah, it's dead elm. You can see it's cracked up there. So again, great firewood right there. This is good stuff too, and there's totally no bark on it. This looks like a chunk of,
That's another chunk of elm.
another chunk of elm right here. Another dandy.
Oh, see? There he goes.
Deer. I just saw a flash of white. I think it was a tail, not antlers.
Nope, but they're laying down in here.
Oh,
they
yeah.
just lay down in here all day
this is
long,
the-
and they're gonna be mad when
Oh, there's another rub right up there. Yeah, this is this bedroom right here.
Yep.
So is the people that live up on the ridge, which is all like multi-million-dollar houses, any of them have problems with deer eating their flowers and their shrubs and all that?
I haven't talked to a whole lot of them.
Yeah. They tend to not want to talk to a guy coming into their neighbor forest and taking care of business.
Right.
Yeah, there's a little bit of everything for trees in here. You got white birch, white pine, hickory, beech, white oak, red oak.
Yeah, and you can just look at the tops all the way through here.
Dead. Yeah,
It's all dead.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out. And you look that way. That's what I'm.
That's the swamp down there. Yeah, because ash generally will grow where other trees won't.
Right. There we go. Now we're down in blah.
Swampy.
Deer have been down through here a little bit, huh?
Oh yeah.
So yeah, if you stand here, Chris, and you look, it's nothing but dead ash.
Yeah. Look at that. It's like this everywhere you go.
Everywhere
in
you
Wisconsin
go.
now. I know out east, it's already done. They're underground. I talked to some people at the Bunyan show, and they're telling me that their ash is all punky and everything's falling over now. So
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
what you got like this year, and then
2 years ago, when we first started in here, every one of the ash trees was green.
Yeah.
And now,
they're all
2
dead.
years later, it's all dead.
Yeah, like this one right behind you is a really nice ash tree and
Yep.
totally dead.
Yep. There's some big ones in here too.
Yeah.
That one over there is. That one will be fun to cut. That one right there will be fun to cut.
Oh yeah, that's a monster there.
And there's a bunch of them down in here like that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you look over there, there's just lots of them going through that way.
How much water's down in there? I bet
I
none.
don't see any. None. This
Nope, she's dry.
If this is the creek,
Yeah, it was the creek.
it is dry.
It's
Well,
dry.
we haven't had rain now in what, 3 weeks?
Yeah, 3 weeks,
like
4
that.
weeks.
Yeah, lots of dead ash. Yeah, you got a lot of work in here to do. Holy smokes. But once you open it up, all the new stuff can start growing then.
Oh yeah,
It'll start growing now already because there's so much more
because there's so much light
coming.
coming through. But
Yeah.
there's a few black ash down in here. I saw the other day.
And are they susceptible to?
Oh yeah, all of them are.
all of them
It's a
are.
matter of time.
Yeah, I got a decorative. I got 2 plum ash that I bought for my studio out front in the little parking lot area there, thinking that they were prettier and a little different. They got it too.
They got it
they're
too,
They're
yeah.
both dying. One's already dead. The other one is starting to go. I can see he's got all kinds of woodpecker holes in it. I see the bark's coming off on the bottom, but it's dying.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of wood here. Yeah, you're going to be here a while. You might just be here in the spring.
No, I won't be here in spring yet, Chris.
So here you got a whole nother batch. You got a real big one back there, and then this whole pocket in here you got trees. And like you say, you got this year, and then next year they'll be no good, right?
Right. Yeah, and I mean, these are all good size ash trees.
Yeah, but they're not rotten yet. The barks, they're getting that blonding up on top, and the bark's starting to peel a little bit. But yeah, you got work to do in here. You better get busy and stop walking around with me.
Give you the grand tour, and then I can figure out where I'm going.
Yeah. So there it is, the big load that I brought. It's kind of top heavy. I put a strap on it just to be sure because I didn't want the DOT shooting at me or anything like that. So hopefully I can get this door open because Jason said he loaded this one a little bit longer. I might have to cut this one off right here. I'm going to try to see if I can get the door to open as it is. So we'll take the strap off and make a big steamy dump. Oh yeah.
I think it'll go if you pull forward. The camera almost died when the one rolled.
So there it is. The dump has been made. A lot of crooked ones here, so it'll be a lot of hand cutting. We got one really nice one here, the one that almost took the camera out the way it rolling, but the rest of them are pretty nasty, but that's okay. It's oak and it'll sell because people like their oak. That is it for today, folks. Tomorrow morning, I'm gonna be back 5:30 a.m. with another video for you. Right now, go watch all the other videos on my channel. There's 1,600 waiting for you. Tomorrow, I think, is going to be a rescue mission day. I think we're gonna go rescue Uncle Benjamin. I think I have deliveries tomorrow. See you then. Good night, Irene.